Good morning. I'm Stefano with Yogalachi, and this is your Holistic Mentors Monday morning mentoring session. We are in the month of October 2017, and we are pruning the vine. That's the theme of the month. We're pruning our vines, and part of that process as we prune the vine, a lot of times what happens when we start getting rid of things is we're opening up, it creates a vacuum for other things to come in. So we're going to be really conscious about that this week, that we're still filtering, we're still keeping this concept of pruning the vine, but think about it this way. I love this analogy. I cannot remember where I heard this, but be like a screen door. So instead of having things that come in stick to you, let them just go through the sift. It just goes through the, what is it, a sieve, or it's the sifter, and it's like a screen. It doesn't catch anything that doesn't need to be caught, right? It doesn't stay with you. So just let it go through. And with that, I love this quote by, I'm going to paraphrase it, but Swami Savananda said, and would really teach this concept that no matter what you're doing, even the smallest things always have heart and your spirit and your mind and your body, everything integrated with it, even in the smallest of things, being present to that. I think that the word spirit gets diluted because there's confusion around it. And really what I want to bring to the forefront of your mind is that everything is spirit. Everything is is part of what moves things. We're all part of this flowing, beautiful river of everything. And so if we just say, well, this is focused on spirit and this is focused on mental and body, and we compartmentalize everything, we lose the really beautiful wholeness of ourselves and the wholeness of what's in everything as we look out at nature and we look out at the birds, or we look at our family or our children or the food that we're eating, and we forget that because we're separating and kind of compartmentalizing everything. And I think that's something that we can definitely learn a lesson from, and be able to still keep this concept where we need to prune the vine of things that are not important and get really clear, so that that concept that we have to know ourselves, that should just be an everyday given, that we're constantly becoming more self-aware and having that natural practice of life, of taking the time to be silent, going within. That's not a bad thing. Meditating is never a bad thing. That is an awesome thing. It's not that you're introverting or trying to go inside your head and figure it all out. That's not meditation, and that's not what I'm talking about. But going within and getting quiet. And it's almost like when you have a shell and you listen to the sea and you just hear that hum, that nice little beautiful hum. It's so healing. It's so, it takes you back to that womb energy, but also that light energy of connecting to that. That's why sleep is so important as well. Okay, so going back to this concept that this week we're going to focus on allowing things to still let go of those things that we don't need, and see where else we can continue to prune the vine, and look at what keeps cropping up in your life. Have that screen door idea where let it just flow through. If it doesn't belong, don't let it fester or stay with you. And remember, there's always tools that we have, our toolbox, that we can use if you need more help clearing those, whether it's an emotional or mental pattern, or if it's a bad habit. How we have specific tools on how to clear those. So if you need more help there, you can do that. But the one thing I want you to focus on is this concept of, even in the smallest things, being present to the whole of you. That the spirit that moves in all things. And when I say spirit, I don't want that to get hung up on anyone. That's the energy, that's that light, that's that life force, that's the flow that moves through all of us. And we want to see how that wholeness is either bringing us to that place of more wholeness, or is it depleting us? And then that's how we can know what we need to prune, okay? How we can release those. All right, so if you have any specific questions on this concept as we continue to prune the vine through this month, please send your questions. I love getting them. I love to hear and see your emails. It's really fun for me to see how the process unfolds for others. It helps me to know how I can better help you. So don't hesitate to email me anytime, stefana@yogalachi.com. And then if you're not signed up for Your Holistic Mentor, the last Tuesday, we have an hour where we're together and we're working on it and kind of woodshedding this process of what we're working on, of leading lives that we love and leaving a legacy, whatever that is for you. So if you're a mom, that's a different legacy than someone who's a business owner or such and such. So, and there's no judgment on that. It's just you need to own that and be self-aware in your life. If you are wearing this hat and this is who you've chosen to create as your purpose, you can prune other things that are not important. And knowing that who that self-awareness piece is a huge part of being able to prune the right stuff. So if you're caught up in this, well, I can't get rid of that, I can't get rid of that, can't get rid of that, whether it's mental energy wise or if it's stuff, can't get rid of that, can't get rid of that, I might need that someday. There's still a little bit of confusion on that piece of who you are. So you might need some help on getting that clear, and that's totally okay. So wherever you're at, it's perfect. Just own it and stand in your power this week. Have an awesome week, and I'll see you next time. I'm Stefana with Yogalachi and Your Holistic Mentor. Find us at yourholisticmentor.com, and talk to you later. Peace and blessings.